Hello, beautiful stars. Courtney here, Stars of the Morning Light. This is the May Collective Akashic Message. I actually apologize for this one, for being late so far into the month that you're receiving this. I had my big event at the end of April, and then I got this reading. I recorded it, sent it to the patrons, and they informed me that half of it was missing in the recording. So it's taken multiple times to get this out to you folks. I am going to read this, and I do have to put some description in there. So this is going to be a bit longer than normal because some of it might sound kind of contradictory to what we think or what has always been said. So I'm going to read it and then I will kind of break some parts down. And I also have the zodiac messages and they will be coming out shortly. So this is the May 2024 Akashic Collective Message. Dear brothers and sisters of the mortal realm, Earth is your focus. Earth is your reason of being. We, you, us, look deep into the earth for reasons to believe, and you have forgotten that she is first. May 2024 is a reflection of past mistakes to teach each human that they can and must repair the earth. The split in humanity's constructs of, in quotations, how things should be, is a fractured blessing so people can learn their power. May 2024 will bring positive to those who can see it. May 2024 will begin the great split of those in service to the earth and her inhabitants, and those who only seek themselves. You see in the news the whispers, the commentary on all thoughts, those who understand life without boundaries, and those who bind themselves. May 2024 can be the release from negative thoughts and thought forms for those who understand life is more than mortal toil. Believe in the earth, and your responsibility to one another is the reason you thrive. Believe in matters outside of love is the blanket in which you are smothered. May 2024 is a choice to see without boundaries or to enclose your demise around you. Your hope is not in humanity. Your hope is not in one another. Your hope is to release those thoughts that have failed and tricked you into thinking you are for one another. Concepts that are genuine in their approach are outdated. Concepts that have you believing in freedom are outdated. Release, release, release. Open yourself to new concepts for the future without boundaries and moral codes that no longer serve. May is the shift of choice. To free your mind is to only see the immortality of the earth in her true form and know your role in her life. To free your mind is to understand it's not about you. You are the all. May 2024 is to let go of the human insecurities and fears and solely be one with the natural system of nature and breath in the depth of her creation. So like I said, this is a long message and there's some stuff in it that I just want to further explain a bit because it's going to sound kind of contrary to what we think and feel and what we believe is right. You know, we are here for one another type thing. So I kind of want to break this down because I understand what they're trying to say. So I'm going to just start from the beginning again and put my commentary in there to help, um, expand upon their words. Dear brothers and sisters of the mortal realm, Earth is your focus. Earth is your reason of being. We, you, us, look deep into the earth for reasons to believe, and you have forgotten that she is first. That should be self-explanatory, so I'm going to keep going from there. Earth is our focus. And when we think about no matter what religion, creed, moral code you might have, um, that's a part of it. We are made of her, we are of her, and we are stewards of her. And we tend to forget that without the earth, there is no us, right? May 2024 is a reflection of past mistakes to teach each human that they can and must repair the earth. The split in humanity's constructs of, in quotations, how things should be. So now they're kind of shifting gears into another aspect of May 2024. The split in humanity's constructs of how things should be is a fractured blessing so people can learn their power. May 2024 will bring positive to those who can see it. May 2024 will bring the great split of those in service to the earth and her inhabitants and those who only seek themselves. Well, they kind of then start explaining what that is, what it looks like, right? You see in the news and whispers the commentary on all thoughts, right? That's that's the social media stuff. You see in the news the whispers, the commentary on all thoughts. Those who understand life without boundaries. So that's one type of people out there. Those who understand life without boundaries. And those who bind themselves. May 2024 can be the release from negative thoughts and thought forms for those who understand life is more than mortal toil. Life is more than the 9 to 5. Life is more than all that they're about to go into. And it's saying it's a choice. We can release from the negative thoughts and thought forms if we understand that life is more than mortal toil. Believe in the earth, and your responsibility to one another is the reason you thrive. So to believe in the earth first, and your responsibility to the earth and one another, because they start with, she is your main focus. She is your focus. Believe in matters outside of love is the blanket in which you are smothered. So to believe in anything outside of love is the blanket in which we are smothered. May 2024 is a choice to see which boundaries. May 2024 is a choice to see without boundaries or to enclose your demise around you. This is where it gets tricky. And this is kind of where they're talking about all of this. The split of the two different kind of people, those who understand life without boundaries and those who bind themselves, those who are going to release the negative thoughts and thought forms, because I understand there's more to life than mortal toil. Those who believe in the earth and want to heal her and be here for her. And those who believe things outside of love that smothers them. So this is now they're kind of really, they're really bringing it home. May 2024 is a choice to see without boundaries or to enclose your demise around you. Your hope is not in humanity. Your hope is not in one another. Your hope is to release those thoughts that have failed and tricked you into thinking you are here for one another. Concepts that are genuine in their approach are outdated. Concepts that have you believing in freedom are outdated. So this is the part that would seem contradictory to what we normally talk about, right? Service to others, compassion, all this stuff, humanity, we can help humanity rise up. It's not that. What they are saying is your hope is not in humanity, your hope is not in one another. The reasons why is the next line. Your hope is to release those thoughts. So your hope right now is to release those thoughts that have failed and tricked you into thinking you are for one another. Which sounds wild, doesn't it? They are talking about how many of our moral codes, many of our thoughts and affiliations and theories and social what have you, many of those are still playing the game of separation. They're still playing, I'm right, you're wrong. They're right, they're wrong. They're still playing this into a system that is very outdated. So then they go into the examples, right? Concepts that are genuine in their approach are outdated. So oftentimes we have these thoughts and feelings and it could be religious, it could just be moral, it could be just social, it could be what have you, as in very genuine, and we think we're sincere and we think that we're doing and choosing the right thing when, like, with words of like inclusive, but yet as we enter into an inclusive thing it tends to not be inclusive, right? It's they're trying to draw that out of folks and say those thoughts even have failed and tricked you into thinking that you are for one another, right? Concepts that have you believing in freedom are outdated. Even our concepts as to what freedom is are outdated because I'm sure there's still a whole lot of boundaries to them, a whole lot of us versus them, a whole lot of um stuff that's outdated, right? So they're really trying to say you may think that you are like this wonderful person, and you probably are. You very much are. It's outdated. It is time to expand. That is why they kept repeating without boundaries. It is time to expand and release all these concepts that we've lived by that no longer serve. So let's keep reading. Release, release, release. Open yourself to new concepts for the future. Without boundaries and moral codes that no longer serve. May is the shift of choice. To free your mind, which I'm going to pose is true freedom, right? We don't want to have those thoughts and thought forms that fail and trick us. To free your mind, is to only see the immortality of the earth in her true form and know your role in her life. Wow. That probably will take a long time. Meditate on it, get out into nature, ask her, what's my role in your life? You are immortal. Wow. Never really thought about it, did you? Right? Sit with her. To free your mind is to understand it's not about you. And to reference the very first line, Earth is your focus. Earth is your reason of being. To free your mind is to understand it's not about you. You are the all. They will present that. I know it's hard for people to really wrap their heads around that. But within that is why they are able to say all the stuff that we think is genuine is outdated. All the stuff that we think is freedom is outdated. All the things that we think we're doing right by each other are actually not, because we're not acknowledging the all in this system. And usually when we're trying to do right by another, we're not doing right by someone else. May 2024 is to let go of the human insecurities and fears and solely be one with the natural system of nature and breath in the depth of her creation. So I do suggest go out into nature and meditate. Pay attention to her breath and your breath. Pay attention to her system and how it's in relation to your system. I do suggest that. So that is the reading, folks. Yeah, it's it's a lot, but it's because we are at such a big turning point shift. And most people, and this is not in judgment, this is just an awareness that most people, even those in quote unquote spiritual communities, they still have an agenda. They still have, I'm right, you're wrong. And they still have a lot of separation. They still have a lot of fighting, a lot of fighting for, I guess, their thought of what freedom is. And so all of these concepts, they need to be released. And one of the best ways to be able to go inside and understand what no longer serves you is to be with nature and to view the system of the natural order of nature. Because within that will show you how we do evolve, how she should be our focus. And she will, if you serve her, she will serve you. And within that, you can let go of the human insecurities and fears. If you love the earth and you take care of her, you will never be without, period. So, welcome to May, May 2024. What a great, joyous time it is to be alive. I love it. So, the Zodiac readings will be coming out. And do remember, this does go to my patrons first. And so, yes, you are getting this later in the month. Um, if you're considering being a patron of Stars of the Morning Light, come on through. I teach there twice a month. I do things with Patreon that most Patreon people don't do. The private teachings, these readings they get earlier, all sorts of little tidbits, little videos. We are a growing community. They started meditating together on Sunday mornings. I joined them to help each other manifest, and we are manifesting. It's brilliant and amazing. So come on through. The link is in the about section. Subscribe to Patreon and join our community. It's wonderful. I'll talk to you later, folks. Happy May. Bye.